activate right there. Making progress, boys. I'll tell you what, that fiberglass strand putty is fun. It's fun. You start sanding it and stuff, and when you get done and you're all itchy, yeah, that's why I covered up, you know, so I didn't have to worry about that. I did reseal the inner fender and where it kind of split. Let me show you here. So this is a seam sealer across here, and then my patch and seam sealed. Yes, yeah, don't look factory, but that also gets an inner liner that covers that, but that is sealed in. Now the only thing is there was a hole in that somewhere there for a pin to hold the inner fender in. I don't think it's going to hurt it, but if it is too loose when we get the inner fender up in, then we'll drill another hole in it and put a pin in it. No big deal. While I am thinking about it, though, I do need to get some primer or something on that, but I need to wipe it down. I'm just going to wait. I need to get this arch all done. I had a low spot like right around here, so I kind of had to build up just a little bit right there. I needed about 1/8 of an inch because of the gap right here. It kind of just didn't have enough, and I'm sure I'm going to have to add more after this, but this is where we hand sand now. This putty is easier to work with, way easier to work with, and I ordered it on Amazon. I've not used this before, but it's a finishing putty. Probably shouldn't have went to that yet, but finishing putty, it's just easier to work with. Now I'm here to tell you right now, block sanding sucks because it's hand sanding. But we're going to sand this with 180. I normally use 220. We're going to go a little bit lower because I want to get this thing sanded down. And we'll fill that with primer, but I think we're going to need more after this. 180 is good because more putty will stick to it pretty easy. This is a foam block. It's got a little bit of flex to it, so you can kind of contour it. I got this thing. It's a little sander that you can shape, you know, put angles on it. They make better ones. This one was cheap, and it is cheap. Basically, it's not that great. I'll just put it that way. It's okay. I think I'm just gonna block sand everything. All right. basically what I'm telling you is I'm spending way too much time on this, especially in here. I've been shaping this and I'm like, why? I got it really good, but why do I keep going about it? But I'm going to, okay? I'm gonna finish this out. And I'm gonna quit videoing, but I'm gonna finish it out. I got a couple low spots here, but I got the shape that I want, minus I'm gonna have to tape this so I can follow my line here. Or at least get close. So, anyways, let me finish this out. We'll continue on this video maybe tomorrow. I need to do the front fender. We got body work to do on that. Fun stuff. Fun stuff, fellers. Obviously don't want to shut the door because the primer's not dry yet. But, I mean, come on now. Come on now. Looks pretty dang good. Now there's some areas in here that, you know what I mean? Like, if you're really looking for it, you would be like, oh, there's body work done here. But you know, it's pretty good. It's acceptable. The door seal rides on this. There's another seal on the inside, but the seal on the door rides on this, and it touches that nice. Very nice. So while this dries, we might as well do something else. Shut this a little bit, not the whole way. Stop there. The fender. Let's do that thing. I'm gonna cover the wheel so I don't get it that dirty. I'm gonna leave the door on. I think the gap, yeah, it's close. You can see it's close. What I should do, honestly, is get this front jacked up too and maybe take the wheel off. Because if I take this inner fender liner out, I could probably get back in here, behind here, and push most of this out without having to rely on my puller to pull this stuff out. It's not that bad, but we will have to grind it down to bare metal, so I ought to see how far out I can get it first before we go to doing that, because might not even need to use the puller, might get it pushed out good enough that a little filler will make it look, you know, 100%. So I'm really glad that I got in behind there and pushed that out. That saved me a lot of work. As you can see, the only parts I had to work on were here and here. They are going to need a little bit of putty because they kind of dip in just a little bit. Oh, tape bubble right there. They dip in just a little bit right there. That was the end of the damage. I got them pulled out for the most part, and I might even have to knock some down. I was working on this one. This one needed some areas knocked down. But as for the damage, this was dented the whole way to here, and this was dented the whole way back to here. And then I just went through and tapped this, and I don't know that we're gonna need to do any putty right there. We might have to. I'm gonna have to sand it first. I might have. Let me see. I'm gonna have to get back here and tap on this a little bit more. I think we can work this out. I as you can see how the light bows around it, that means it's knocked in. That's a PDR type of deal right there. Even though I don't do PDR, I'm gonna try to knock that out a little bit closer because I'd like to not have to use putty right here. That would be great. So I'm going to just tap around on here real easy and see what I come up with. Alright, I worked on it, and I think, I mean, you can tell it's a little bit better. But there's still, you see I got kind of a slight dent right there. I'm going to do a skim coat and go over it. I'm going to have to tap that in. But yeah, I'm going to do kind of like a skim coat. I mean, it did kind of scratch that up, so I'll just hit this with some sanding paper. Actually, probably just hit it with my big sander right there and just knock this down a little bit. I'm gonna tap around on this. I want to get a little better before I start slapping putty on this, but I think this back should be dry enough, and I should, no doubt. It's been a while. Oh yeah. Get my get this out of the way. That looks pretty good. I'm happy with that. What do you think? Let's look at it. Knocking my trash can lid over. Looks pretty dang good. Oh yeah.
I love the way my body's moving to the beat.
everybody! I am Dusty. I think one more thing we're going to do in this video, I'm going to do it tomorrow. I need to get the crash module out, and I have the seatbelt out. I need to check the driver's seatbelt. I don't remember if it's taut or not. Are you taut or not? Oh, well. Looks like we're good. I do need to check the codes to see if it threw a code for that one, but I mean, as it sits right now, just the seatbelt and then the crash module, which I'm gonna guess it's either right here or up here. I don't remember where they're at on the Subarus. I just know they're under this center console somewhere. So I'll probably start back here first, work my way up. But yeah, what do you fellers think of that? I ain't gonna touch it because I think the primer's still wet, but that looks pretty dang good, doesn't it? A little bit of block sanding goes a long way. And as for this was all kind of in. I had to work on it. I did have to tap an area down there and then putty it again because it was too high. But I think all in all, we got a pretty good shape. This arch comes down and then it fades out about right here somewhere. Oh, let me see. Oh, I can still see it. It comes the whole way down around here. And that's why I'm glad that we got that popped out from the inside, because it kept that line. That wasn't something I had to worry about body working whenever, you know, I did it. So we still have a couple small dents here and there. And I don't think we're going to need this tool for it. You could use that and pull on them, but you still have to grind it down to bare metal. With it just being a ding, you might as well just grind it out, putty it, and move on to the next one. That's the quickest attack. And I got 2 here. I got 3 there. And then sitting here in the light, I noticed one more that I don't know if I'm going to do or not. Right here on top of the door. It's right there. Yeah. Now that, let me clean a big spot off here. You can see it right there. I don't know if I'm going to do that or not. I might do that. I also have one right here that I need to do. But right now, since we're painting, everything's getting painted, you might as well do as much of that as you can. Because, I mean, that's not a bad one to do. There is another dent on here that is right here, and I don't really want to get into that because we need a little bit of space here for blending. And you can see I didn't sand the whole way to the end there. So we're going to try to blend across here. So it's a very slight dent. I'm not really worried about it. Oh, and look at this. Does that not look color matched? I painted this. I put self-etching primer on and then painted this. And I used 2 different colors, okay? I used this bright blue, okay? And I sprayed it in there, and I was like, well, that's real obvious. So then I was like, hold on, what else do I have? So then I pulled this out, this metallic, and I misted it over top of the blue. And I'll be dang if that don't look like the factory color. I mean, yeah, that doesn't look factory, but the inner liner, like, look at it. I mean, I guess I got some blue up there. You can see a little bit of the darker blue, but still, it's so freaking close. It's ridiculous. I guess I'm a natural bullshitter. All right, I'll see you fellers tomorrow. All right, last thing on this video. Oh, get in there. Let's find this crash module. From what I can see, covers here, pop them off. I'm sure there's screws in it. Let's look in the armrest. Oh, honey mustard sauce. That's what I'm talking about. What else we got? Hot sauce. More honey mustard. Oh, all right. I don't like any of that stuff. Is that tire pressure? Yes. Okay. Is there screws down in there? What is this? What is this? Some sort of charge. That's like a vape charger. Is there any screws down in there? I don't think there is. Maybe it's just some side ones. And then maybe it just comes apart right here. Yeah, they're separate. Cup holders. Normally, if they have rubber inserts, there are screw holes down in there. And then we also have this plug here that might also... No, it's moving. No, the cup holders are moving too, so they're definitely not bolted in. Maybe this just pops up. It looks like this top piece. Let's try it. Not real hard to do. It's buried under the dash. Thankfully, you don't have to take the whole stereo out and everything to get to it. You can take the bottom pocket out while the climate controls pull out. Then there's 2 bolts holding that bottom pocket in, and then you can pull it out. Then you can get to it. 1 bolt in the front, 2 studs in the back. Nuts, 12 millimeters. Not bad at all. And the connector, it's 1 big connector. It's got like a double tab on it right here. You have to push down on the side of that and then pull up, and then it will take itself right out of this. So now we got to send this away with the 1 seat belt. That seat belt's okay, and get this part of the build done. Next video, hopefully, painting. I'm gonna take these doors back off. We're gonna paint the door jambs, the back sides of the doors, and I need to look at that side skirt. See, I'd like to do the side skirt when I paint everything else so that hopefully it matches. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. So if you like this video, smash that like button. Consider subscribing. Hit that dislike button if your mom wants to go get groceries with me in the Subaru after I get it finished. And we'll see you on the next episode of Alright. You're all fed now. You want out? Huh? Alrighty. Oh, look at you doing spins. How you doing? Where's Stewie at? You good now? Oh, bye-bye. In case you didn't know, all of our cats have to take different cat foods, so we have to separate them. Stewie needs a special kind for him. Stella's the only one that can just eat normal cat food, and then these ones have to eat special cat food, because if they don't, then they get the poops. Like bad ones. Huh. Oh, look at the frustration on this man. You wish you bye-bye?